Welcome back, folks. Sheepdog Smokey here. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. And the hypocrisy and the ambivalence from liberals when it comes to Tara Reade's accusation of Joe Biden from the 90s, it would be astounding if it wasn't commonplace. You see, Nancy Pelosi recently snapped at a reporter that she doesn't need a lecture about Joe Biden, and then goes on to say that there should be due process, and that there was no record. Well, Tara Reade did go to her friends and her family. Her mother did actually bring this up in public on Larry King long ago. Yet, when it was Kavanaugh and it was Blasey Ford who told no one about this for close to 35, 40 years, then she brings it up in a letter that she says she wanted to be anonymous, that then leaked out, and then she was brought into the Senate, but she didn't want to fly, but she was flying other places, and they demanded investigation after investigation after investigation. Democrat senators demanded that the nomination be withdrawn. The FBI clearly said they found nothing on this. The lie detector test was very simply, Dr. Blasey Ford, do you believe your statements? Well, of course, she's going to say yes, and she believes that she has said them. You can fool a lie detector test by basing your answer on what you believe. I believe my statement is my statement. Therefore, yes, I believe my statement. That's all there is to it. Every witness called by Ford's team said they remember nothing. She didn't remember when it happened, where it happened, or who was there. People did bring up that she was apparently passed out at that party. Swetnick tried to come forward but was proven a liar. Creepy porn lawyers now going to jail and should have more charges for spreading lies and false accusations via Swetnick. But when Tara Reade comes forward, it's buried by the media. Juanita Broaddrick is still treated like a pariah by Democrats and liberals in the media. But she has withstood all of it because she has a very firm claim against former President Bill Clinton, who we know is a serial philanderer. But when it's a Democrat that's accused, they circle the wagons and defend them so vehemently, you would think that this is a Boy Scout of all Boy Scouts who was accused of mass murder of puppies, and there's video proving he didn't do it. When it's a Republican, we're supposed to just believe women, believe women, believe women. No, I don't just have to believe any accuser, male, female, doesn't matter. There should be due process, which means Joe Biden should not have his campaign shredding documents, which there's a lot of reports coming out that that's been happening for quite a while. Tara Reade's accusation should result in a full investigation of former Senator and former Vice President Joe Biden. Just because he's a Democratic frontrunner for the nomination does not exempt him from the law or due process. Tara Reade is being ignored by the media. All over social media. I don't even know what's been said about her on Fox. I said earlier on Twitter that Fox has joined the mainstream. All of their so-called journalists who actually lead shows that are supposed to be news shows are just pontificating and giving opinions. Carlson, Hannity, Levin, Judge Janine Ingram, they are all open that they are opinion hosts. They don't say this is a news broadcast. They say this is their show where they interview people and they talk and they give their opinion and they get opinions from their guests. It's very simple. Tara Reade, Juanita Broaddrick, all of them are going to be shunned, made into pariahs, and just ignored by everyone in the media. If they manage to get on any wide-ranging or wide-reaching program, they will be attacked by the liberal media. You'll see Mika, you'll see Pelosi, you'll see Alyssa Milano calling them every name in the book. Lord Alyssa Milano, famous now for breaking Senate rules, holding up signs and crap in the Senate hearing. Flat out told to stop, and she still does it. Posted some facetious little, Tara Reade deserves to be heard, but I still stand with Joe Biden. Which amounts to Tara Reade needs to just go away because I stand with Joe Biden and no one else can say a word about this. It's a load of bull, plain and simple. Using the standard from Clarence Thomas, from Bork, from Gorsuch to Kavanaugh, and every other person so far in the last, 30 years, there should be a Senate trial, according to that precedent. Using just the Kavanaugh precedent, there should be 7, 8, maybe 10 FBI investigations. They should interview every single person Tara Reade has ever spoken to, because that's what they tried to do with Ford. They went and tried to track down every single person they could, digging and praying for one person they could put on the stand to say, yeah, Kavanaugh did it. And they found nothing, and they still demanded that just because she made an accusation, she should just be believed, and Kavanaugh should withdraw his nomination. I can remember personally saying that Brett Kavanaugh should have stood up and clearly stated, I withdraw myself from nomination. I will be contacting my own attorney to press defamation and slander charges against every member of the Democratic Party and Christine Blasey Ford and her counsel and walk out. Because the second he said press charges, they would have been screaming. Kamala Harris would have been saying, you can't withdraw. I call for a vote. I vote aye. Because they know that as a member of Supreme Court, he can't do that. And he should have honestly done it. Because when he walked outside and the Democrats started screaming for him to be dragged back in to be confirmed, he would merely have to look in the camera and say, nope, I withdrew myself. I refuse to allow myself to be dragged through the mud, my family ruined because of liars. And then he should have pressed charges. Maybe if he would have financially ruined Kamala Harris, Dianne Feinstein, Blasey Ford, all of her attorneys, and every other liberal Democrat out there that jumped on the bandwagon to ruin him, maybe we wouldn't have them now defending Joe Biden, who we have video after video after video of him groping everyone he can. For crying out loud, there's a video where a father actually moves his daughter away from the vice president because he knows that groping Joe is at it again. That is not generational by any means. My grandparents are, well, a couple of years before. My parents are probably just a couple of years after Joe Biden's generation. I was taught by many people in elementary, middle, high school, and college, by people of that generation. Not one of them even tried to hug me. Maybe the exception in elementary school, if I fell and skinned my knee, my teacher would come up and hug me and tell me it's going to be okay. That's it. But Democrats rush to say that's just who he is, and it's innocent. And they're going to shoehorn him onto the ticket. They're going to smear and destroy a young woman that Joe Biden very likely did sexually assault. And they're going to demand that they be praised for doing it. Nancy Pelosi should be ashamed of herself, but as the old joke goes, compared to Lucifer himself, Nancy Pelosi is a saint. I wouldn't even personally go that far. Lucifer knows there's a God. Lucifer knows he's going to hell. Lucifer's trying to drag everyone that he can with him. Nancy Pelosi's just going to be on the front row center seat of his handcart to hell. And she's going to have, unfortunately, dragged a lot of people with her by spreading her, we'll pay for everything, it'll all be free, you don't need to do anything, crap. And she's going to have a lot of people watching as she is told, depart from me, I never knew you. Because God will have watched as she destroyed lives, defending a man who we know to grope people whenever he wants. It is not a stretch to say I firmly believe Tara Reade. But I Stand with Tara Reade is not trending on Twitter. I believe Joe is trending on Twitter because, as always, Jack has instructed his little Twitter monkeys to silence and censor anyone who does not obey the DNC party line. And it is unfortunately going to ruin one of the most popular social media platforms around. Zuckerberg is doing the same thing to Facebook. And when some entrepreneur finally does get a solid launch of a new platform, you're going to see people abandon Twitter and Facebook in droves. And you're going to watch as Zuckerberg, Dorsey, and their Democrat masters just tearfully decry the blatant partisanship and punishing of two businessmen simply because they don't obey the GOP. You know, I don't like to use this, but the portrayal was dead on. Even though the actor portraying him is nothing like the character. Chris Evans is as far from the character of Captain America, Steve Rogers, as you can get. But his portrayal was dead on, and the only thing that they didn't put in was him giving the speech that Sharon Carter gave in Civil War. There are times when the world will tell you to move, and your duty is to plant yourself like a tree and say, no, you move. And that is exactly what Tara Reade has done. She is not knuckling under to the liberal pressure to withdraw her accusation because Joe Biden is to be the next Democratic nominee for president. She's planted herself like a tree, and millions have done so with her. The wool has been pulled off of so many eyes, showing the DNC for what it is. And it is going to end the party. Either by them cheating their way to power in November, which will fracture the country, or by people waking up and just deciding no, and they will be out of office in such high numbers that they have no chance of doing anything in either house. I know which one I hope happens, because I don't want to see the country that my ancestors have fought and bled and died for crumble. All because a party of people in Washington, D.C. firmly believe that it doesn't matter if there's a video of the rape with the current person they love admitting it on another video. They just want power. I don't know. But the only thing worse they could do is put that idiot Brock, what's his name, that tried to rape a girl behind a dumpster, and two, I believe, Swedish men pulled him off, and people were worried about his swimming career in college. Not the fact that he tried to rape a girl. That's about the only person worse they could put on the ticket. I don't know. You tell me what you think. This is a hot button, I know, but we need to remain civil. If any of the absolute morons I've named by name show up, give as good as they give, but don't be vulgar, just be blunt. The rest of us can discuss dissent and debate like civil, logical adults. As always, please like and share the video to expand the channel, expand the conversation. I'm still doing the giveaway at 500, 1,000, and 1,500 subscribers, and you'll want to be subscribed to be a part of that. Also, turn on notifications so you're aware of all content as it posts. Until next time, stay safe, smart, and healthy. Be careful. I stand with Tara Reade, and have a wonderful day.